back to episode 6 here in the Palermo series, trying to get them back up to Serie A. It's been a fun ride thus far. We are 17 games in. But yeah, where we last left off, we had our win streak snapped by ACR Messina. It was a 1-1 draw in that game. Since then, we've played 5 league games since the end of our last episode. So since then, we ended with Roccella 3-1 victory. But since then, we won Corigliano. We won 3-0. And then against Marsala, we drew again 1-1 in the league. So a second draw. Then we had a very fun game against Scana Sorciata 4-3. So really, they were up 3-1 in that game. Let's go to that game real quick. They scored goal first they had a penalty in the 19th minute. We equalized Ricciardo. And so the reason this game was interesting because this is the game I knew I had to do some kind of rotation, right? You can't play the same players all the time. So I did a full 11 swap, changing out all the players just to give the guys a rest. I thought it was a good opportunity to give them all a rest in the Serie D Cup, 4th round matchup. And so I was like, yeah, let's roll the dice. And so they scored early with a penalty. Okay, whatever. Ricciardo tied it up in the 27th minute. And then they would go on in the 39th minute to get the 2-1 lead. And then just before halftime, made it 3-1. I'm like, okay, here we go. I made some substitutions, put on some of my better players in there. The new man, Erdis Kraya, made it to 3-2 in the 62nd minute. In the 68th minute, Martinelli came off the bench, scored a goal, equalized it there. And then the own goal by the opposition made it 4-3 for us. So we won that game. Very entertaining game for sure. A big comeback for our guys. Definitely a morale boost as well. And then back into league play, we went Castrovilliari, who was second at the time. They won, or we beat them 3-1. And then last matchup against Biancovilla, we won 2-0. And now we're here against San Tommaso. So look at the schedule. Going back to the schedule now. And not the schedule, let's go to the table, excuse me. We have a 6-point lead on ACR Messina. So, fun fact, I'm not the only undefeated team in the league at the moment, actually. It's ACR Messina. They got 12 wins, 5 draws, no losses. We are at 15 wins, 2 draws, no losses. So, for those of you keeping track at home, I think I was overall 21 games. I'm unbeaten, 18 in the league, and 20 with, if you include the City D Cup. So, I believe that's what it is. Let's just double check right now, right? So, there you go, the friendly there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, yep, 21 games unbeaten thus far. 20 in actual games that count because that last one was a friendly. So, team is doing very well at the moment. But it's been some interesting developments as of late. ACR Messina did get a draw against FC Messina, so the big derby came out stale, and so that helped us extend our lead over them by 2 points. It was 4 points for the longest time. So I am noticing that my general manager is not doing his job. And Renzo Castagnini, every time I've been giving him the delegation of negotiating the contracts with the players we try to buy, right? I get them to come on board, and then he's supposed to work on the negotiations. And everybody that I bring on that we agree to terms, he fails to sign them up. So I need to take those duties away from him because he's screwing me basically. Because I'm trying, there's a bunch of 15, 16-year-old promising players that I wanted, and he's not getting the job done. So I put out an advert for a general managers to see what's out there. The adverts I had been putting out there for Chief Scout have not really come back anything good. No one's been better than the guy I currently have, so I'm just going to keep going with what I have. Other stuff I noticed, there were some free agents that I've been trying to look at, like Juan Cuadrado is one, a big name, and some of the little lesser known players, but nobody wants to play for us. So let's go to Juan Cuadrado for an example. His agent says, "My client is currently uninterested in entering any contract negotiations with your club. He believes the financial package on offer from Palermo isn't enough to convince him to relocate." So basically, he doesn't think we have enough money to offer up his client, so they're not even going to consider that. So That's just some of the news we've been having lately. So yeah, I see some difficulties coming up ahead in terms of contract. One of my star players, Martinelli, he does not want to re-sign whatsoever with the team. He's got 6 months left on his contract, so it looks like I'm going to lose him on a free. I'm trying to put him on sale. I've negotiated, or I've delegated that to my general manager to see what he can do, if anything. Maybe that'll convince me that he needs to go, or maybe he gets to stay because of that. But we'll see where it goes. So, off to our next match. Our next match is going to be against San Tommaso, a team we've talked about here before. The odds on for the win of the match, we're up. We have a 1-3 favorite, so we're expected to win that game. 3-1 that we're going to draw. 7-1 that they're going to win. So we're currently first in the table. They're 12th. Based on recent form, we're obviously excellent. One draw in the last 5 matches, all wins. The rest of them, they've been very inconsistent. So, yeah, let's get into the team lineups, team selections. I just redid the selections here because some guys came off of injury and suspensions and stuff like that. So Sforzini, who's been suffering as of late, I'm going to keep going with him. I'm going to go with him and try to ride out this this bad form because he seems to link up really well with Mattia Felici and Raimondo Lucera, who are up top with him. In the midfield, my midfield trident are doing really well with each other. Martinelli, who we just talked about, Malauri Martin and Danilo Ambro, they work well together. Right now it's kind of forcing Rizzo Pina, to stay out of the starting 11. That's something who I want, but he's doing really well at the moment. Team's playing well, so I'm going to keep him in there. Doda is back from injury, so he's obviously be my right wing back. Roberto Crivello at left wing back. He's done excellent. He's an excellent player. And then my center back stalwarts of Lancini and Accardi, they play really well together, obviously, with the link up right there. And then Pelagotti, who's been sensational for me this season. So let's submit that team. Should be no issues going forward. Teams are warming up. Please wait. All right, into the dressing room we go. The assistant is asking me to tell them that we expect to get results here. So I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to say it's all over to you now. Have a good one. Try to stay positive with them. Alrighty. Into the game we go. And San Tommaso's in green. We are in pink, obviously. And we're starting out with, aggressive on the front foot. 2 shots already. San Tommaso with the corner kick. And it's cleared out by Accardi. Scorza goes and picks up the ball. Plays it back to this defender who crosses it back in to Scorza, who passes it back to Calazzo. Pagano gets the ball back to Calazzo. Calazzo back to Pagano. So they're really trying to just lull me to sleep. And actually working over the top to Vericchio, but blocked by Crivello. He gets the ball back and takes it up the wing. Tries to set up the motion going the other way. He just bombing down the left side. He needs to get rid of the ball because there's 3 guys around him. Gives it to Danilo Ambro, who gives it back to Crivello wide open. He's going to cross it in. He does. Low cross. Oh, just missed by Lucera. A very well worked play, all started by Crivello. Leads to a corner kick by Martinelli. The cross comes in, and it is cleared out by San Tommaso. So it's a throw-in for us. Good action by us thus far. 4-2 in shots. They've got more shots on target than we do at the moment, which is concerning because we rarely give up shots on target. So San Tommaso came to play today. They're asking me to encourage a player to try to play a more direct passing game. I'm going to renege on that for now. Let's give him a little shout here. Let's tell him to get creative. And they're again, Accardi seems to be injury prone today, so let's, I'll wait to see how that works out. But all right, going to halftime. Not much action in the first half, actually, huh? You look at the comments here. Struggle for possession in the opposition's half. We know this always happens in the first half, and we try to overcome that in the second half and really get in there so we can get some goals in. But overall, I mean, good numbers of touches on the ball, good conversions in the final third. So looking at the stats, 9-4 in favor of us. Okay, that's good. Shots on target, 4-3. So we're giving up a lot of shots at the moment. Fouls are pretty even at the moment, and possession we're just slightly advanced of them, 53-47. So what I've noticed with this team, at least with the possession, typically with this formation I've been using in the past, the opposition usually gets more of the ball, and we just seem to counterattack and get goals. And I tweaked it just a little bit, and now we seem to be owning the possession a lot more and not doing so much relying on the counter press, but we still do get the counterattack. So good stuff so far. Tell the team the performance is disappointing, and so I'm going to say, we're not doing badly at all. Let's see which I want to go. Keep out there. We can still win this one. Let the assistant say something as well and start that second half. So we'll wait till around the 60th minute to see if the team does anything that requires me to make some substitutions. I'll keep an eye on Icardi as well. All right, here we are at the 60th minute. I'll pause it right now. 61st minute. 14 shots to 6 on target. So we're coming out swinging right now. But we haven't got any goals yet. And so I want to make some substitutions right now. So let's go take a look. Sforzini is being complacent. He's not someone who should be complacent, being he does not get goals at the moment. So Ricciardo is coming in for me. Doda is nervous. Not sure why. He's playing decent. Malauri Martin is complacent, but he's playing fairly well. Now, my problem is I got Mattia Felici, who is a 6.3 at the moment. And see, I bring in Christian Langella, maybe. Let's see, maybe, yeah. Christian Langella for Danilo Ambro and Mattia Felici. And let's bring in Andrea Rizzopina. Nope. There must be at least 118 euros, so then I'm going to change that. So Langella out, Danilo Ambro in. Let's see what I want to do here. I brought in somebody last time, and I don't remember who it was. Youngster. Here's Luigi Mendola. Crivello's got an injury. He's not playing that great, so Mendola in. Maybe I can bring Felici out now. For Rizzopina. Nope, won't let me. Alright, let's see what I can do here. Make some switches. Keep Felici in. Put Rizzopina in the trequartista role. Take out Danilo Ambro. See what that does. Got 3 substitutions there. Let's go with that. Alright, boom, done. They got a free kick. Goes into the box. Backdoor. What a save, Pelagotti. Pelagotti's been playing amazing for me. So, I am not disheartened by him at all. Let's give a shout out to the team. Get more creative. And I'm actually going to change this to a very attacking formation. I'm just trying to get some goals at this point. 71st minute. We're going to only 20 minutes left in the game to try to score a goal. So Mendola turns it over to Scorza to very good. Oh, turnover. Felici gets it back up, but then it's turned over. Mendola gets the loose ball at midfield. Starts to play over. Crosses across the pitch to Doda. Doda going on 1-on-1 against his defender. Crosses it in. Here comes Mendola, takes a shot. It's off the post, and it's a corner kick. The two wingbacks are getting involved with each other here, trying to score a goal here. Martinelli with the corner kick, excuse me, in, but it gets cleared out back to Martinelli. He crosses back in, over to Martin. Martin couldn't do anything with it, and they clear the ball. Here comes Cuomo down 1-on-1 against Doda. Yeah, Doda stops him, and then is fouled. All right, so a lot of action there, but no results for me. Continue the action. Continue. All right, here. 85th minute, still no score. Here we go. It's possibly our last opportunity here. All right, Ricciardo gets the ball. Ball to Mendola. Mendola 1-on-1 against his defender. Gets blocked across to Varicchio, but he gets it back. Oh, Mendola loses it again, once again to Mendola. Recovers the ball after San Tommaso turned it over. Here goes Martin. Martin trying to set up the play. He goes to Felici. Felici to Martinelli. Martinelli takes a shot over the goal. 2 minutes of stoppage time remain. It doesn't look like we're going to get a result in this one unless a miracle happens at the end, and it does not. We draw for the 3rd time this season. We just can't seem to pull away from ACR Messina. We hope that they suffer a loss or a draw in their game as well. But 26 shots to 7. Good there. 10 shots to 4 on target. They only had 1 shot on target in the second half. We had a lot more, but we couldn't do anything with it. Possession, we had more possession in the second half. But yeah, we struggled mightily. Damn it, I meant to yell at the team, but hit it too fast and did not get to. So they got lucky with one there. Let's see what the results are. I'm curious what ACR Messina did and Castrovilliari. Really, I want to pull away with this league, but it's getting harder and harder. Yeah, ACR Messina won, so they pulled back within 4 points now after our draw. And Castrovilliari is 4 points behind them. So look at the top three. It's us at 48, Messina at 44, Castrovilliari at 40, and then everybody else is behind there. 28 is after that. So 12 points between fourth and third. So the top three are the best, and I need to get more separation between us and them. So we struggle there. Let's go to the press conference here. Usually, sometimes I send the assistant, sometimes I go. So the first question is, a poor result for you, and I'm sure you already are aware that ACM Messina won today. We just talked about it. How significant could today become at the end of the season? Options are, I'm not disheartened. We'll have plenty of opportunities to rectify things as they're going to drop points too. I don't think we need to panic as long as we focus on our jobs and everything. I like that one. Don't need to check the other options out. Andrea Cardi picked up another yellow card today, taking his total for 9 for the season. Does that record concern you? Not really. Soccer is a combative game, and all you need is players like Andrea in order to compete. Let's see. In the role he plays as a head coach, you have to accept he's going to pick up cards. Yeah. Question coming in from journalist Alessandro Puleo. There was some bafflement among supporters that you seemingly refused to substitute Mattia Felici despite the clearly subpar performance. What is your response to that? Well, we talked about that, right? We tried to get rid of him because of the stupid rule where you have to have an 18-year-old on the pitch at all times. I don't know if it's Palermo rule or the Serie D rule, but that really restricted me. I need to get some 18-year-olds. That's the next thing I'll do is go into my youth team, find some youngsters, and throw them into the first team just to have an options, or just get Mattia Felici out of the lineup somehow. Let's see what we can do. I'm just going to make some BS answer. What are your thoughts on Biancavilla parting company with Orazio Pidatella? It's not my place to comment on how the other teams decide to go about their business. Troina have been the feel-good story of Serie D thus far, with brilliant performances, defying expectations at every turn. What have you made of them? I'll give a BS answer. It's been really interesting to watch it unfold, and there are lessons for all of us in how they're going about their business. I hope they can keep it going. Sforzini vows to end goal drought. So let's see what he says here. Sforzini has promised to put an end to the growing concern over his lack of goals for the club. Following the side's match against San Tommaso, the striker now has played 10 matches without finding it. But we continue to be undefeated. 18 games in the league, 21 overall in competitive matches, 22 on the trot. So the streak continues. Yeah. Our next matchup is against Marina di Ragusa. They're currently in 8th place. But let's look at the concerning thing here. I'm going to pass these emails. Let's go to tactics. Mattia Felici is playing well with the top two strikers. But I need to get some other 18-year-olds in here. So Falani, excuse me, is an 18-year-old, but he is a goalkeeper at the moment. So I use him sparingly because Pelagotti's been fantastic. Ricciardo is an older player, 33 years old, so it's hard to switch up Felici for him. Juan Mauri, again, is another older player, 31-year-old Argentine. Doesn't help me in that department. Erdis Kraja is a young player, 19-year-old Albanian. He was 18, so I was using him before to bring him in and then take off Felici, but not going to be able to do that from now. But I will get to keep him because he's playing really well. Peretti. Manuel Peretti, 19 years old. Doing okay, but I might take him to the second division. Keep him on the squad. Mario Santana, 37 years old, 38 now, same age as me. Hasn't got much playing time really, and 38 years old is probably the end of his career. So Luigi Mendola is a player I like to use a lot, but he's 19 at the moment, so it's hard with the Felici thing. Christian Langella as well, 19. So I got a lot of 19-year-olds on my squad. Rizapina is 19 as well. A young squad. Let's keep going to the subs. Corsino, he's 28, so it doesn't help me at all. And Ficarota, 29 years old. So let's go to the young squad here. Under 20s, let's take a look at their squad. Some players are playing very good. The goalkeeper, Domenico Marino, he's playing very good at the moment, as is Francesco Vaccaro. He's been getting a lot of praises lately. He's playing wing back. He's at 20 years old, so okay, that's none. Marang Babacar's been getting a lot of plaudits. 19 years old, Gambian player. I may bring him up to the first team here. Alex Ricci's been getting good stuff lately. He's 19 as well. Let's look who else. Oh, Vitale. Gennaro Vitale has been playing really well for the youth team, but he's 19 years old. These are players I'm probably going to bring up very soon. Christian Langella, he's bouncing between the U20s and the senior squad as well. Let's look at the U18s for a moment. The goalkeeper's obviously been playing well. 18 years old, I already had a goalkeeper in the top. So Becchini's been having good performances. At wing back, so maybe I'll pull him up. And then Trenta Costa is 17 years old. It's good thus far. Let's see. Maybe I'll bring him up. I'll figure something out. I got some time between now and next time we see you guys. Let's see if we look at the next 5 games. We got Marina de Ragusa, like we said, Savoia. After that, Real Giulianova in the 5th round of the Serie D Cup. Maybe some more rotation there. Città Novese, so that's the 4th matchup there. And then Roccella before we're coming back with us at the Corigliano. So looming on the horizon, obviously, is FC Messina and Palmese and ACR Messina. So Messina is really the one we want to keep an eye on because they're nipping on our heels. They're undefeated as well. We drew early in the season, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. So by the time we come back next time, we'll be that much closer to that matchup. We're going to hopefully have a solution to this Mattia Felici, 18-year-old, in the lineup problem that we have. The transfer window is now open. It is that was a January 4th, so we're in the transfer window for January now. So I'm going to try to wheel and deal here and try to get in an 18-year-old or below who's good enough to be on the senior squad and possibly in the starting 11. Not that I don't like Mattia Felici, but when he has bad games, I like to substitute him out and put in somebody in. And currently, I cannot do that with the current roster because all the studs I have on my team are 19 years old or above, so it does not help me, and I can't get him out, and it sucks. And obviously, the fans don't like it as well when they notice that he plays bad. So anyway, if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, leave comments below. Tell us your thoughts on the series thus far, 6 games in. If you haven't done so yet as well, please subscribe. It'll be very tremendous for me to get more subscribers here and get you guys watching more of this and see how far we can take Palermo in this series. So, if you're the podcast, Serie A podcast, follow my Serie A podcast, Serie A Sit Down on Twitter and Instagram, as well on YouTube. Look us up. You'll really enjoy that. And then, to promote this Schalke back here, I got a Schalke America podcast, Schalke America, at Schalke America on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Give us a like and a follow there as well. So, yeah, until the next podcast comes, or podcast, the next insertion, next episode comes, stay tuned. There are going to be some changes ahead with Palermo. Backroom staff and the actual squad, on the field squad. So we'll see what we can wheel and deal here. Hopefully we're not the worst for it. So we'll catch you on the next episode.
I'm your sidekick, 'cause I watch TV. I see how life is, and it's not easy.